Hello, welcome to Nintendo Nostalgia. This is our first special episode ever, and it's right after Switchmas presentation has ended. Ryan, let's jump right into it. We got no time to waste. It is late. I'm sure you're tired, and I'm tired because I have to be at work early in the morning, like always. So, but man, start us off. I don't even know where to start.
So, I need you to fill me in because I missed the first few minutes of the stupid thing because YouTube apparently was caught on a loop, and it was just showing like the concert at the beginning, like or whatever, right before the Switch launch. Like it never actually started the video. So I came in, I got it loaded, and it showed the price. I didn't see anything before the price, and then I missed some stuff after that because I had to switch over to my phone.
Oh, jeez. You need a new computer.
I know. So what I miss?
Okay, well, you missed some sweet DJing at the beginning, and then, well, not really, because you just saw it on repeat, so that was pretty, I thought that was pretty funny, to be honest, but, no, they came out. Did you see all the stuff about the controllers at all, or?
Yes, the motions, controls, and what have you.
So I'm trying to recap, because there's a lot of stuff to take in. I think they, so beforehand, they talked about the system in general, like did you see there's no more region locking?
Yes, I saw that.
Huge.
Yes.
Talked about online play. I think they really are making a stride to make online play way better.
That, and I know they said it's going to be a paid service, but they also say that you can download a free game every month, and it's like an NES game or Super NES game.
Did they say that? Sorry.
I was reading this on the website, and it actually has some online features too, like online play with friends.
Does their website have a lot more detailed information? Because I haven't actually looked.
Yes, they didn't mention memory of the system. I looked up. It's going to come with a 32 gigabyte, but it's HDXC type, and it's expandable, so you can switch it out. So it's going to come out with a 32 gigs, but you can always expand that however you wish.
Awesome. Okay. What about games? Some things I'm seeing, like I'm just texting people. That's why I didn't send it right away. First off, I don't know how you can be disappointed in this if you like the franchise that Nintendo showed. There's a lot to be excited here for. But my buddy I'm talking to, he's like, I was kind of disappointed. That's great to see those games, but like, where are the other games? And he is right. Like, there's a lot of games that we all thought were coming, and we didn't. I thought we were going to get a big trailer at the end that just said game after game after game after game.
Right.
Just show, and they did show a lot of games. Which, by the way, go back to our episode of Nintendo News Get Back. Did you see Dragon Ball Z in there?
I did. I said Jacob is just like celebrating right now.
I did. I saw that. That'll be a pickup one. As soon as that game is out, I will be getting that game. So they must have listened to our podcast or something because...
Did you see the collector's edition for Breath of the Wild?
No.
It just popped up on on Facebook, I think it was. It has so much cool stuff in it. I want to get that so badly.
Wow. There's just a lot.
Now, I don't know if that collector's edition was legit, but it looked legit. So... there's so much like coming out after the initial video. It's like, I want to know more.
Okay. Well, we're kind of we're so much to talk about. Let's focus on one thing at a time. Okay. So, Traven is upset. He turned it off as soon as they said pay to play for online play.
What?
Well, the thing is, I said, Traven, you realize like Nintendo's the last company to jump in on the pay to play. He's like, I'm a long-term kind of person here. He's like, why would I do that when I can play free games on my PC? He's not interested in Splatoon 2 now. And he loved the first one because he doesn't want to have to pay to play. But I'm just like, that's just kind of the nature of the beast. Every company does it now, and
they really need to take in some kind of income to be able to offer us a better experience, especially if they're going to be offering all the smartphone stuff that they're doing now, like all the smartphone support and the app and like connecting with friends and stuff. They need that income. And I don't think it's going to be super expensive. I think it's probably going to even come in at a price point that's cheaper than the others. That's the hope. But even if it's like what the $60 it is for the other two systems, like I'm okay with that. And plus, it's on the go. So,
to be honest, I don't care. Like I've never paid to play, and to be honest, currently right now I don't play that much online. But if the experience is going to be easy and it's going to be awesome, I'm more than willing to. I don't care. Like I'll pay. I'll do that. Whatever. No big deal. I mean,
so it does say the online lobby and voice chat. Basically, you connect through your smart device, and you can like schedule appointments with your friends to play games. You can like talk with them. Like it's just this unified hub that you can do with your smartphone or smart device if you have like a tablet. So that's pretty neat.
I thought that was really cool and innovative.
And Nintendo's going to do their exclusive deals, percentages off stuff because you have the membership. But then they're also going to have the monthly game download, like I said before. It says play a Nintendo Entertainment System or Super Nintendo Entertainment System game with, in parentheses, with newly added online play for free for a month.
Okay.
So you'll have access to the game for free for a month if you're subscribed to their membership, and then probably after that month you can purchase it to download if you really, really liked it. So that's kind of cool. It's like a trial, but you're also getting an online play for something that you wouldn't normally have. Yeah. I don't know how that works. Like, I don't really know how that works. Like with NES games, Super NES games, like are we playing like Street Fighter, like Super NES Street Fighter game, but you can play online against friends or something? It's going to be interesting. I'd like to see them expand more upon that in the coming weeks. Apparently, the system's coming out on the 3rd.
Yes.
I was a bit surprised. I'm like, wow, I have even less time to save money.
I was surprised. I honestly was expecting 17 or the end of the month. That's kind of what everyone was guessing.
It is a great thing because they are able to now replenish their stock. It comes before this quarter ends, so that the systems that they announced, like the 2 million or so systems, like that was for that quarter. So the next quarter, they'll have more systems coming. So it's not going to be a shortage like I expected. So at least that's what I'm speculating here. But they said like if it did come out in early March, that's great news for stock.
Yeah,
because they'll have that. Now I know Nintendo. Speaking of stock, Nintendo's investors are a bit upset right now over the presentation. I don't know why. They're fickle.
They're mad about everything. That you can't make those. Who gives a crap what the investors think? It's what the fans think. If the fans buy the product, then they're fine. So, they were mad about Mario Run. Like, shut up.
So what? You were okay with the online, pretty much.
Yes.
Correct? You're okay with the subscription fee. I kind of expected it. In fact, I felt as if it was a given, like it was going to happen. It doesn't surprise me at all. I was really surprised, I think, most by their pushing the motion control stuff when they were trying to get away from, like, the Wii and stuff. I don't know. It was like their big showcase games were about motion controls. That being said, what do you think about the 1-2 switch game like that? It's basically what Wii Sports and what Nintendo Land is. It's the software that shows off the system, but they didn't mention if it was packed in or not. I don't think. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, they did say. I think I think ARMS is releasing later. I think 1-2 Switch is launched game. Like I think that comes the day it's released.
So what did you think about that?
Okay, so let's just go. Let's jump back to the Joy-Cons first. First off, how about the color variation? You like the color variation? Blue and red?
When I asked Nisa which one she wanted the color variation. I wanted the solid black variation.
Yeah, so. I'm kind of torn because I think it looks. I am a person that likes things nice and neat and
symmetrical and yeah.
So I like the black of how it's combined. I wish I had the option of just having 2 blue Joy-Cons or 2 red Joy-Cons.
You can purchase the Joy-Cons separate, though, so you can pick up one that has the right color.
Is there a price tag on their website for that?
I think I saw something on the website. I think I saw the Pro Controller was $50, and the Joy-Con was maybe $30 or $40, just one of the Joy-Cons by itself. But I don't know if
when they sell the Joy-Cons, are they selling them together as a package left and right, or you have to buy a right one and a left one individually?
I think there's options for both variations. I'm just seeing pictures like streaming in on Twitter, so I don't know what all is just people making up stuff, what all is like marketing. Okay. So that's completely unclear right now, but we'll know this is coming.
Well, back to your question with the Joy-Cons and the motion control games. I'm a little surprised that they showed them off so soon, but at the same time, I'm not. And I like it. I do like it because, one, I just think when I was watching the videos, I was just thinking about, like, man, look how far within just 10 years, how much more impressive motion controls look. Okay. Now, if you saw the presentation, I don't know if you saw this part, they came out and they talked about each system, about what each system added to gaming. It went from NES to Game Boy to Super Nintendo. Did you see that part?
I saw part of it. It was around the time when I was trying to get things worked out with the video. I kept trying to restart it, and then I ended up going onto my phone.
Yeah, they went through every generation, okay? And then they talked about how the Switch has a little bit of each. They took a piece from each generation and put it in this. Mm-hmm. And so I think the motion control, they're not saying that this system is like the Wii, where like it's all about the motions. Okay, it's an option, and I think the way they're using it and showing it is very good. It's not forceful to be like, okay, everybody, like, this is the main push of the system. It's motion. That's not what they're doing. They just had a good option. I think the 1-2 Switch game is actually really fun for parties. That's not a game I'm going to just sit at home and play all the time. That's a game that, like, New Year's Eve, people come over. You guys want something to do, and you're not a very good gamer? Well, this is fun. Like, Becca would love this game. Like, this is something that she would be really good at for people who are not really good at gaming, because it's not about looking at the screen. It's about competition between you and another person. And it goes to show back to what Nintendo loves to do. They love to give people good experiences with each other. It's not all about just this one mode thing or online, don't talk to anybody kind of thing. Like, it's a new way for people to interact with each other. And that, to me, that's just old Nintendo. That's just their philosophy of how they always want to do things. So I'm okay with it, Am I going to want to pay full price retail for this kind of game? To me, this is not a $50, $60 game. That might be like a $10 game in my book, to be honest. It doesn't look like this full-fledged, because you're not even looking at the screen. I mean, it's not made to be viewed or anything, so it's more of just, yeah. But how about the controls? Like, it's really cool. Like, this is like the next step of the Rumble. And it's just something you never see. Yeah,
Rumble. It's very cool.
You never thought about that, It's just like
that lends a huge boost to the idea of the Switch going VR, like having that motion, like that specific of a Rumble feedback, and like feeling like stuff is in your hands, like feel that, like you can feel like you can hear like the ice in the glass. Yeah. And you can tell how much ice is in there, and you can tell by the different vibrations, and it's very, very precise HD. That is going to be a huge boost that no one else has.
Yeah.
If they do the VR down the road.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. And I mean, that's just fun. I think they're really focusing on the system for motion controls. I'm sorry. I mean, I think the motion controls are going to be innovative. This is my guess, more towards party scenes. I don't think they're going to focus the majority of their games as motion controls for the overall player. I think that the motion controls now become like, this is what we want you to do, to where you can have fun with mom and dad. You
can still play your Just Dance,
Right. They kept those little fun games in there because people still do. They still make the games, so people are out there still buying them. So
they didn't want to alienate their Wii and Wii U crowd, and they didn't. But they're trying to springboard into something new.
Well, and I heard on IGN, I was watching a little bit of that too right afterwards. What they were saying is like, people don't view it this way, but the Wii, for some people now, the Wii is nostalgia. I mean, just like what our show is about, that's 10 years ago. It's 11 years ago.
Yes.
You realize 10 years ago, right now, we just got our Wii's and we were playing Twilight Princess on them. That's what was happening right now 10 years ago. I was a freshman in high school 10 years ago. Now I have a house and then I'm married and I have a little baby sitting on my lap, sucking on my finger right now. But she stayed up for me. We took a 2-hour nap together. We watched the whole thing. She just sat right here like this, did this and watched. She loved it. She was squealing as soon as it was over. I think she's really excited. Aren't you, Riley? 4.5-month baby.
Hey, think though. That's
her first system.
That's going to be her nostalgia.
Right. This is her NES, as what it was for us. This is her NES. So I'm really excited. I understand how we can want more to know more of the system, but it's, to me, I saw enough to be like, they're doing things right. Now, you might Traven disagrees with online. Some people might disagree, but let's face the facts. This is the current times that the other systems are doing, and people want them to be like, oh, do things PlayStation way, Xbox way. That's what they're doing. And if they want to be able to do what they do at their level, they're going to have to be able to innovate. Like, they're going to have to charge you for it, so they give you a better experience. Because this thing, we don't see it as the consumer, but this thing does cost money to do and to improve. So that's just a bullet we're going to have to buy as fans.
They're probably going to send out some kind of survey like, hey, how much do you think this is a reasonable price for a monthly subscription or what have you? Like, I don't think they've set a price, and that's why they didn't mention anything. Like, especially like you throw up a price on there for the online, and it might take some backlash, but say, hey, in the future it's going to be paid. And it's like, we'll talk about it later. It was a good move on their part. Like, they didn't just come out and say, hey, this is how much it's going to be. Like they said, here's your free trial until fall. When we get things worked out, we get the price ironed out. Now, they mentioned something that caught my interest about the battery. So they said something about, like, something along the lines of the battery being, like swappable, like exchangeable. You can get another battery for it and switch it fast or something like that. Like, that fixes the battery life issue if you can switch out a battery, like, really quickly. Like,
well, yeah, you don't even have to take it. You can charge it while it's in the system, but if I can take it out and I can charge that one and put my other replacement in, then I'm never going to have an issue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just run like 2-3 batteries, like, and they say Breath of the Wild is going to run like 3 hours playtime. Like,
that's impressive.
Let's say, I don't know, you can just keep getting batteries, or I'm sure it'll also support the power banks that you got for Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
To help charge your system. I mean, there are so many ways to charge on the go now. Like, I don't think the battery thing is going to be this huge issue. Like, at first people are like, oh no, it's going to kill the system if it's only 3 hours. But I don't think that's the case. I mean, you carry one battery in your Switch carrying case.
Right.
It's not going to take up that much room.
No. And do people forget we used to change out battery after battery for the Game Boys?
True. Oh, think about like Game Gear. That thing went through like crazy amounts of batteries, and you only got a couple of hours. So we've got it pretty good nowadays.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think I'm happy with what I am seeing. I'm really impressed. I am like Kyle a little bit. Like, I'm not disappointed. Like, nothing's going to stop me from purchasing this thing. I wanted to see more games. I wanted a list to say, like, okay, Ukulele's coming out so-and-so day. I don't know. Like, I am happy they said that day one is Zelda. Finally, those rumors are gone. It's not pushed back. It is out day one. And my prediction's almost true. Zelda and Mario will be out this year. Zelda's kind of a no-brainer, but Mario, we didn't know for sure, coming out this year. Still waiting on that Pokemon, though. But
we've got a lot to see at E3. I think they've got something.
Yeah.
But
they do. Like, they're not going to show us everything right here in this one event.
I was disappointed by the amount of people that weren't ready to show games, and that was the thing that kind of worried me. Like, yeah, all these people are making these games, but they've got nothing to show, which means they're probably early in the development. Like, are we going to have this desert wasteland of games for a bit until things are finally getting developed? Like, they've got a lot of games coming, but it felt a little worrying to me. Like, what are the launch titles? Like, have they...
Kyle just texted me and said Mario Kart's come out in April.
Okay. Yep, that Mario Kart looks really cool.
Splatoon's... And did you see Battle Mode's back, by the way?
Yes, and the Inklings are in it.
Yeah, saw that, yes.
The Battle Mode, that's so great.
Yes, that was the biggest thing missing from that one. So I actually may rebuy Mario Kart 8 now. Yeah. I wouldn't be like the Treehouse Alive event tomorrow or today. We could get a lot more information about games that they didn't cover. Like, that's why they're doing it. They're not probably just going to be like, hey, here's Zelda again. I bet you they're going to talk more. They're going to have more details for it. I guarantee you.
Yeah. I want a list of like what games are coming out on launch, because I didn't feel like that was ever clear.
That's what Kyle was saying, and I understand that. Now, in their defense, if most people are going to want Breath of the Wild, and from their calculations, it's like the hottest game, most anticipated game, and Breath of the Wild is going to take a freaking long time to beat and to really dive into. So
it also doesn't capture everybody. Like,
right, I understand that. But so I want to see based on the numbers side of things, from their calculations, they see this is going to be this game is going to cover a lot of ground. A lot of people want to play this game. Mm-hmm. So I think they view it as a whole that, well, this is a huge game to last people at least a month or two until we can get more stuff out the door. It's the Mario Kart 8 re-release, upgraded, comes out. But yeah, I'm with you. I mean, like I said, I think a lot. I would not be surprised with a couple months, like they just start saying, yeah, this game is for release. This game's coming out for release. Or maybe they're leaving it to the individual companies to say, yes, we can finally tell you more about our game for the Switch now. You know what I'm saying? Like Playtonic said they had to wait till early this year. They were probably just waiting they were probably told to wait till we have our Switch release. Then you can talk about your game easily.
I thought it interesting. Like in the original video, they showed like you had to insert the Joy-Cons into the system to pull it off the dock, but that wasn't the case in today's video or yesterday's video, I guess, where it's just you can pull off the system, which they're calling a system, not a tablet, which is understandable, but you can pull that off of the dock without having to put the Joy-Con on them, which I thought that was interesting that they pointed that out. They briefly touched on the touchscreen ability, but they didn't really show that off at all.
No, because I don't think that's the main feature. That's an extra fun little feature in there that they've thrown in. That's not their point. I think Nintendo's had to pick and choose what they felt was the most important things that people wanted to hear about. Region locking was a big thing. Not everyone cares. I didn't care, but I didn't care as for me personally as a big point, but I cared for everyone else because a lot of people were talking about this. I didn't care about online as much, but I know this is a big thing. And I said it in the episode that our episode aired today or yesterday now. That needed to be a huge selling point because that's what all the other systems do. It's the online features that everyone else loves. And everyone's like, Nintendo needs to fix it. That's what they're focusing on. You saw Skyrim had their own trailer there, okay? That's a big game. That is a huge popular game for the third-party developers. They showed that off there because of that. Because that's a big game. People want to see third-party support. Well, that's a game that's never, and a company that's never worked with Nintendo before. And it shows that, hey, we are building a relationship with them. And if you're going to have people like this is probably going to show you that, yes, we're going, like, don't worry. We're working with new people. We're working with the big companies that make these other games that we've never had before.
When Bethesda came out and talked, like, it's almost, I paraphrase what he was saying. It seemed like finally Nintendo made a system that we actually want to make a game for. Like, it sounded like they wanted to get on Nintendo for a while, but nothing was really
right
what they wanted to work with.
Well, I think most companies do. I think most companies and game makers are like us. They grew on Nintendo. Well, they had to. Is us or Sega for the most part, and I think everyone has a little bit of Nintendo nostalgia in their heart somewhere, and I'm really happy that it's coming. I'll get the game because I want to. Fun fact: this will be the first M-rated game I've ever owned.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So I don't know why it's rated M. I'll have to look into it a little more, but I'm gonna buy it because I want third parties to have support on Nintendo because I want them to be there. Because if third parties are there, whether if I care about the games or not, it's going to help support the cause of getting them to feel comfortable with coming to Nintendo.
So let's touch a little bit on like playing with friends. Like, there's some keynotes here on the Nintendo site. It says compete against friends or team up at home. That means maybe you can like join a team. Your friend has a Switch, and you have your Switch, and you can connect and team up and then go online and play together. Or you can maybe even connect your Joy-Cons to your Switch. They can connect theirs to yours and play that way. And they also say, of course, play online. That's a given. That's going to happen. But then they said, like, you can link up to 8 systems, like, local. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's just it's just the next step, instead of having 4 controllers like the 64 introduced, now you can have 8 controllers, and they experimented that a little bit with the Wii U with having so many different ones, but your system is your controller. So that's neat. It really adds to the, like we had your birthday party last weekend. We were all gaming, and imagine everyone coming over and people just bringing their own system that they're feel comfortable on the most, and like that's their controller and everything, their Joy-Cons. It's just a great way to innovate. I think it's good. Well, Ryan, we promised everyone this would be a short episode, and we're already 7 minutes past our initial time we thought, and it is it's 1 a.m. So let's wrap this up. I wanted to talk about the price tag. $300, too much, a little more than you thought, right at where you thought. I know for me, I thought it was going to be I thought there would be a $250 option and a $300 option. So I'm not surprised. I'm a little surprised because I really felt like it was going to be more the $250 option, but that's what rumors will do for you. They set up expectations and what you think. And everyone was saying $250. It looks like $250. But $300, I'm okay with it. I just hope everyone else is.
Personally, I think it's okay. I like it. They have a lot of pack-ins. Like, I didn't expect them to have like the wrist strap attachment to the Joy-Cons, and just I didn't expect them to include the puppy dog controller or dock into it.
I did. I was hoping for that.
So I feel like the $300 is a good price for it. They could have gone $250, but I really think that like people have been saying like $300, no, that's comfortable. Like, I'll have to pay out $600 to get the systems and then get games, of course. I don't think there's any mention of the price of games. I don't know if we're going to go with the 60, like it's going to trend, or if it's going to be like a 50 or what.
I don't know.
Pricing to be determined, I suppose.
Well, it's kind of an interesting fact, too, because you can take this thing on the go, and they've merged their portable, and Nintendo themselves have merged their portable games and home console game makers together. And, what kind of games are they going to make a game that's more like, oh, this would have been on your 3DS if we still had that. Well, we sell that game more at a $40 price tag. Well, and this Mario game is essentially, it's the next Mario 64, Mario Sunshine iteration. Let's charge that at $60.
Honestly, right now I'm just like, show me the games.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm sold. I'm going to buy Zelda and Mario alone are awesome for me, and but yeah, I think for everyone else and myself, I want to know more. I want to know. Okay, Like everyone knows, it's beating a dead horse. I want ukulele. Tell me when it's coming. I want that game more than Mario. Now, Breath of the Wild trailer looked awesome. It was really long.
Yes.
They showed more story in that part than they ever had, and that was beautiful, And I'm so happy that it is day one. I was really nervous, and they kept passing it to
I know
everyone. I was like, oh my gosh, just tell me. I was like, this has to be day one launch. This has to be day one launch. Don't push it back to summer, please. So I'm happy about that. But let's end the show off with real quick. Man, what about Mario?
Saving the best for last. I love what they are doing with this.
Yeah, dude.
They're going with hats. Like the hat theme. Like Mario's like traveling in like a hat airship, and like Bowser's wearing like a fancy suit and a hat, and even Mario's hat is alive for whatever reason. Like I like it. I like it that it's the open world that we wanted. It's the 64, the sunshine.
Yes, they said that.
It's so weird watching Mario walk around in like a city and like jumping off walls and stuff. Like it feels like I felt like Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation, like running around in the city. Like, and I was like, they just put Mario in a city. What's going on?
Yeah, Mr. Kyle Martin said that was the one thing. Oh, Kyle just said he pre-ordered it. No, he said Walmart's out of pre-orders now. They already sold out. Wow. Dude, you better be right about this GameStop thing, or I'm going to be sad.
Me too. Nobody knows anything.
You're confident in it, right?
I am. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I trust you. That's good. He's got pre-order. Kyle, it's funny. Kyle, I texted him as soon as I saw the Mario, because the one thing he was really looking for was new 3D Mario.
Yeah.
I said, Kyle, he's like, looks awesome. He said, except for the real world thing, he said that looks stupid. And I was like, that looked awesome. I thought that was really cool. I did. I mean, the whole game's not like that, so don't worry. It's just a level in the game. I thought that was really cool.
Yes.
Mario in real world, like, what? Like,
it was weird seeing like Mario standing next to like a
human,
regular person. Yeah.
Jumping on cars.
It was a little jarring at first, but then I'm like, you know what? I can get used to this.
It's different. It's new. We've never seen it. It's awesome. I think it's cool and unique.
What was with Mario doing like Sonic, like rolling around on the ground? I'm like,
You see the way he like dived into the water?
Yes, that's
like
so
there's
cool.
just so much more detail. It's not just a wah and you splash in the water. It's like he literally like dives. Like there's so much more animation to him.
The look of that is really, really smooth. I liked what they did with the water effects.
Very impressive. Mario Odyssey. This is awesome. And I am so happy. Everyone's going to hate me. This is not a Mario Galaxy 3. Thank God. Oh my Lord. I thought like I'm put the Galaxy 3 to rest now. Finally. Like I'm so sick of hearing Galaxy 3, like I don't want Galaxy 3. We had Galaxy 1, we had Galaxy 2. Let's go somewhere different, okay? And I think that's what they're doing. I think that kind of to me I thought like, well, it kind of looks like he's traveling in a spaceship. Maybe it is Galaxy 3 as in like he's taking a spaceship to all new worlds per se, which he kind of is, or it looks like he's just traveling the globe, I guess. He's going around Earth more and going outside the Mushroom Kingdom. So I'm excited about it. I think it looks awesome.
No new Smash news, so
don't worry about it. Who cares?
There was no real mention of amiibos other than they showed one amiibo just to demonstrate.
Mm-hmm.
So this was just a Switch focused thing, and I think we're going to see more by E3, not necessarily tomorrow or today, later today.
We'll see tons. We need to know enough, in my opinion, about launch lineup up till at least E3. You know what I'm saying? The months between when it launches into E3, which from March you got April. It's only 3 months. March to June.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, just 3 months, dude. All they have to do is cover 3 months. They got Mario Kart. Oh, sorry, they got Mario Kart coming out in April. Zelda in March, and they got the ARMS coming out, and they got 1-2 Switch coming out. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 games right there, and Splatoon's coming out in summer. There's like 5 games right there. That's plenty of games to keep people happy, in my opinion.
I think they're onto something good here.
I do too.
I have a lot of faith in Nintendo. They did a good job with the presentation overall.
Yes, and wasn't it good just to see them back on stage?
Yes, it was. And you know what? I was kind of like still impressed by Bill like translating on that one part.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm like, wow, he's really, really like bilingual, like fluent in both. Like that's kind of cool.
Yeah, there was one dude when Bill he was translating. I could tell it was him on the stream I was watching on Nintendo's website. When he switched off to go on stage, like the guy who took over, I was like, dude, he's terrible. He was like not knowing what to say.
He was young, and also he was having trouble like translating on the fly.
Right. But you could tell because I was like, oh wait, Bill's on stage now. Oh, that makes sense.
Also, the guy who was presenting was kind of awkward, and
he was silly.
I think that was a big part to it as well. It was really awkward for him because he didn't have anything to really show. He was just kind of talking.
Yeah,
he didn't have anything to show off, and I think that was probably the only awkward part about the presentation.
Yeah, that was one thing. It's like I don't know why did they have like Sega there if you're not going to show anything? Like only bring the people who are actually going to show us something there. You know
there
what I'm saying?
Wouldn't have been anything. That's the thing. There's nothing really to show, and that's the concerning part. But we'll see something soon.
So overall analysis, people, I think system price looks good. The system looks good. Like there's nothing about this presentation that's where like people have to go like, this sucks. This is a flop. Nintendo did not learn from their mistakes. This is not good. Like there's nothing about this that says that. The only thing that we're left with is, okay, well, just show us a little more. Like show us more games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the direction they're going does not look bad per se. Yeah. If they were just like, this is an all motion control system with HD controls, that's what we're going for. That would be bad. If the Joy-Cons were just HD and that was their gimmick, that would be bad. But that's not what they're doing. That's just a feature. It's funny, you know, the Wii was the gimmick they were going with. That was the controller. Waggle controls. That was the whole thing. Now it's just a piece of the overall experience. It's not the whole thing.
So, real quick, the IR sensor, you know, they can tell the position of your hand with rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
That has some potential. You can't do voice chat with someone who's deaf, but what if you could use that IR to do sign language and it would translate that?
It's a great point.
So, I mean, just something like little there. But they're using innovative technology, and they can use it in a lot of practical ways, too. And I think they've got some great expansion opportunities with VR and just accessibility. Nintendo does a good job with their systems. It's a solid system, and I'd like to see where they take it.
Yep, I'm impressed. I love it. Riley loves it. I'm excited, guys. Yeah, if the wife loves it, you know you're good. I know Becca's going to like this thing because of 1-2 switch and ARMS. I think she'll like ARMS. So, guys, March 3rd it's coming out. $300 price tag. It looks great. So if you can go pre-order it, go try to pre-order it. Don't worry, Zelda's coming day one. Mario's coming in holiday next year. So, I mean, how great is it to just get a Mario game? A full 3D world, open world Mario game for Christmas next year, this year. I'm already excited. I'm already making my Christmas list. Man, you think I'm some spoiled guy or something. But, all right, guys. Well, that's it. We're going to let you go. This is not particularly special, normal, traditional episode. So there's not going to be lots of editing because it's late and I'm tired. But we want to get this up for you, and we're glad that you guys hopefully got to see it. And go to their website, look in more details for yourself, and just be on the lookout because, guys, things are going to be coming out more and more and more of more details. And now that the Switch has been revealed, that pretty much means that companies are not restricted on talking about it anymore. So, but that's it, guys. So have a good one. Hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to talking more Switch stuff with you. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
See ya.